because Clid was around on the right-hand side of the map. Oh, Khan made a really big blunder.
That's about a billion turret shots that he managed to pick up there as the Realm Warp's going to come in from Thal. Khan trying to get out, but the flash is going to be there. Thal closes the gap. And that's going to be first blood solo kill for Thal topside.
Impossible to imagine SK Telecom will have any sort of priority. We'll take another quick look at this, as Khan seemed very intent on CSing the wave. Perfect Rune Prison, able to eat him up here. Thal ends up making a little bit of a mistake right here. As you can see, the Realm Warp, he should have stepped outside of it. I read some sort of a thread actually earlier on Reddit. There was some sort of a Realm Warp. He does not have that flash in the event that Clid would end up top.
We're going to have a look at this replay, which was Teddy getting hooked and taken down. He was dead before he could even react. Pretty ridiculous when it comes to camp advantage, and look at that. All of the turret plates taken already, and I've seen this play before. The ultimate's going to get traded now as Key does go into stasis, but he's going to continue tanking this turret. That's a great stun to come down. Last turret shot, and Teddy grabs that kill. Bane's getting kills, guys. We know exactly what this means. We saw Ruler do ridiculous things. Now Marta has to use the flash. Stand behind me. He's going to come back up again.
I'm not sure what Olaf's actually doing. It looks like actually Hanwha Life, they want to just have an Infernal Drake fight.
Yeah, that's going to be the Vanguard's edge, but the Dark Passage comes in. Key doesn't land the hook onto the target, so that's going to mean that SKT regain control of Shelly's domain. Marta moving on over to answer Key's roam, but it looks like SKT should be able to lock this one down. Bono wanting to make it a 50-50 as Undertow doesn't hit the target. Teleport to come in as Ryze is looking to pick up a buy and make his way back. They do manage to take him out immediately though, and remember, okay, Shelly's going to lose her patience. She heads back into the pit, but it's a 5 group of SKT members. And Hanwha Life, they lose one already. Oh no, that's really important, man. Especially when you're probably not going to be able to throw it down to pick up too many plates, as it is 13 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. And it's likely that Khan should be able to get over here and potentially cause a ruckus.
I'm going to need you to relax, okay? No one wants 2 Infernal Drakes anyway. All right, it was imperative that he made it to that side of the map. In the end, but SK Telecom are definitely more in this game than they were just a couple of moments ago. Thal canceled. Yeah,
Twin Disciplines is going to come down here as Clid gets the kick flash, lands the Q. That's the clean Lee Sin play that we're expecting from this guy. And that does create some distance between Hanwha Life and himself. Another Q is going to land there, but it's a Dark Passage that does get them out. Oh, just the tip of the Q is going to go wide. Oh, the Infernal Drake has been started. Marta is extraordinarily low. Does have the Glacial Fissure available, but it looks like a bit of a leash here for Hanwha Life. Khan waiting on the flank. Wants to get in there. It is going to be a 50-50 most likely as Clid gets on over. Bono still at about half health. The Mega Death Rocket gets rid of Teddy. And Clid has to get out. Not going to be able to contest this dragon anymore. And that is second Infernal over to Hanwha Life. And another kill over to Jinx. Right. One rocket lands on Marta, but otherwise he's going to be A-OK. Faker wanting to get into position here is... All right, Khan, that is aggressive. Man. Goes into his stopwatch, but the Chompers are going to be there, and Lava does pick up that kill in the end. Super Mega Death Rocket softens up these members of SKT in the front line.
Oh, Teddy.
Oh, no, this is a disaster. He's over onto the red buff, trying to get some health back here. We'll be able to take this one most likely. Nope. That's not... SKT with all 5 members are here, and Marta's going to go for this one. The Dark Passage is available, and Sangyoon does take it. In order to get out, Bono is going to be taken, but Marta is going to be traded for it. Zoe picks up that kill. That's a big flash already utilized as Faker trying to get out there, but look at these rockets. Pow is going nuts into the backline. The slow lands from the zap and lasts for about forever as Sangyoon's the one that picks up the kill in the end. No Vayne, no worries. The bottom lane is destroyed, and without a smite, Hanwha going to go for the Baron.
When you don't wake up next to me, you're incomplete. I need you.
Yeah, it's just really beautiful to watch here from Hanwha Life. And this is the kind of team fight that they like as Clid tries to go for the Hail Mary, but he doesn't really have much of a health bar. And he's just going to die before he can really do anything. I do respect it. I respect the idea. But it's not going to win you the game here on SKT's side. They're just too far behind. They're going to take down one inhibitor. Hanwha Life now just looking to try and end this game. 4 versus 5. Redemption's going to come in, and look at this. The Jinx just does so much damn damage to these Nexus turrets. Marta once again throws out the ultimate, but finds no joy onto anyone. Thal in the front line. He's going to go into the Zhonya's. Final hour has been popped, but Teddy just dies. It's the Thresh that even picks up that kill as now Faker, he's in the shroud, and he might just die before anything happens. He does. Lava picks up that kill, and Khan goes back to the fountain. He's looking for the next game. Clid's going to respawn, but he respawns just to watch his Nexus die. Sangyoon's trying to get these auto attacks onto the members on their fountain as Khan does go down. That's going to be that. Hanwha Life onto the fountain here just to grab extra kills here for Sangyoon, and the Nexus will fall in the end. Hanwha draw first blood today against SK Telecom T1. They'll need to go back to the drawing board when it comes to the draft for this one.
In my head, and I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you.
Has a lot to do with Key having to move himself around the map to try and save people, but he might actually just be taken down here. The exhausts are going to be traded, but that is a very dead Braum. Oh, gets the flash. Stand behind me's there, but Justice punches exactly that. Hanwha are looking for this one, though, as Teddy comes out. Lava dashes on over. Hanwha can't find their way in, and SKT, a beautiful first blood. And they're also happy to do this because we know the Mountain Drake ain't a great Drake if you're behind, so you may as well.
I think that they want to maybe try to even kill Thal, but...
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Hemo plate goes down as Thal's tanking out the minions, just gets kicked in the head. Doesn't even have time to queue. Good knock up there from Bono, but he's outside of the turret range, and that is 2 free kills for SKT. A misplay on Hanwha's side. Good flash from Sangyoon, bottom side of the map, but that's not what you want to be doing. Defensive flashes here to try and keep your turret alive. This is SKT starting to flex on Hanwha.
Yeah, and if Hanwha Life can try to get some sort of a flank on the Vladimir, easy access to Teddy. Wow. They might be able to get something done and achieved, but Teddy's not the only threat. The rise is massive.
Well, Faker going for a very deep teleport here as Khan's just looking to keep them busy. Arrow's going to go wide, but it's a good flash to get out of the way. 4-man taunt here from Faker on the Galio. We know how well he can team fight as the LeBlanc is already dead. It's Clid that just gets rid of her. A defensive hero's entrance is now. The Sangyoon pulls in the backline, but the exhaust is fantastic, and the Vladimir does nothing. Double kill going over to the Rise, and SKT continue to have control in this game. Couple of items, they're just in a great position in this game with the composition that they have. And look at how many tools Hanwha used. That meant that they weren't available. Glacial Fissure would have been pretty good in this next fight that was upcoming. Unbreakable as well would have been a pretty good one.
Would have been all right, as Kai'Sa forced the flash away right there, but Faker just doing so much work inside of this fight, and even though Vladimir was able to get here, it was just a little too late.
Yeah. And Clid, the Hemo Plague damage, not enough because the Bow came in right up. The thingamajig that gives you the slight extra.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But this is a nightmare situation for Vladimir LeBlanc.
Yeah, but it feels pretty good for SKT as now Faker wants to find that taunt, gets it onto Bono. That's an easy one. After Key goes down as an afterthought. Arrow lands beautifully as Teddy gets the flash, but doesn't actually get the next auto. Onto Bono. Thal dives into the backline. The Sangyoon pulls good. Hemoplay gives him some health back, and then he's dead. The Vandal Vladimir sinks into the ground and gives away the Baron to SKT.
That was one of the worst feelings, I think, that I've ever witnessed for a Vladimir. As Lava tries to come in here, do some damage, but...
Oh my goodness. Ash actually got the Baron, so that is huge. That's what you have to remember. Okay. That's some good chat wisdom for you right there. As we check out this one once again. SKT just feels like they have all the control in these fights. Teddy, no one really closing the distance on him. This is really, really sad. As Bono survives with about 1 health. Calculation just a little bit off there from Teddy. But Thal's not the kind of Vladimir that we're used to seeing here in the LCK, and we're going to witness it one more time as another fight is broken out. Faker makes his way forward. Teddy takes down Bono very easily. Khan, is going completely nuts in the backline, and that is going to be the triple kill for the Ash, and SKT should win the game. This makes game number 3 so exciting, though, because Khan versus Thal has been one-sided both times in favor of either player. And yes, the Aurelia made some mistakes, and that's what threw the lane back in favor of Thal, but this time it was Khan just playing way, way better. This team fight was, yes, one of my favorite things to say, which is smacking them with their wallets, and that's exactly what SKT were doing.
That'd be a pause too.
That would be a pause.
What if all 5 SK Telecom players' PCs and their microphones stopped working so the ref can't be alerted? And then they look back to motion the ref?
Well, it better happen right now because the Nexus is dying and SKT are about to win game number 2. They just pile drive Life at the very end here. It's all too easy. They hop into the Realm Warp. What the heck was that? They bring the minions so they don't even get killed by the Nexus laser. The Fountain laser, sorry. SKT do fight back in game number 2.
Just fine. Bono now down here in bottom. Oh man.
That's a 2 for 1. That's the 2 for 1 special. Exactly right. There's the boot back. Nice gray health going to be utilized as the exhaust comes through. Not able to get the double tap there as Teddy can't find the last auto attack on Sangyoon. They do get the heal out, but Teddy, he's got the teleport and they've got a full minion wave that they're going to lose now as Lava's got inside track moving over to this blue buff. This is aggressive though here from Bono. Key's going to move over. Mata not on vision. Gets himself down there as there's the knock-up. But Bono is in so much trouble. Doesn't have flash. He's going to go down. First blood.
That looks like a very close encounter.
Well, SKT are actually capitalizing on it very, very nicely. Shelly goes down into a position where they can win with the rest of the team in the late game. It's working out very, very nicely. Look at that.
Faker not around. Teleport coming in, though. This is the weirdest thing I've seen.
Yeah, we've got double teleports actually from on both sides as Mata is going to be the first one in here. Chains of Corruption do land. Sangyoon gets himself out of the fight, but that is not exactly the culling that they wanted to see. Lava does find the ultimate, gets the flowback, tries to dive forward. They've traded 1 for 1 so far, but Mata is able to limp out of there. And it is.
You can make the argument that, yeah, they have some scaling component. I mean, this was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in the world. Not only does SK Telecom commit to trying to stop the fight, and, you know, it ends up being a little bit better for Hanwha than it probably should have been, because Lava was very close to going down there before he was able to get his ultimate off. But nonetheless, it's just such weird priorities being dished out by Hanwha Life, and you can see Bono,
Distortion
very
timing,
close calls.
pretty damn good. And then mimic the aggressive. That is Runic Echo's complete as we've got an Abyssal Voyage once more. Lava going to get immediately exhausted, and this is just Mata's ability to track down stragglers on the map and punish them. Now SKT are a little bit routed here in the mid lane. This tower is going to take a fair bit of damage. Chains connect. But Thal is going to get underneath this turret. Now, the Vladimir is a long way away from this potential engagement. Khan looking for the flank. Lava, once again, possibly in the wrong position. That is a great weight on the explosive cast, but Mata's able to flash himself to get out. The slicing Maelstrom is doing exactly that, and SKT's team fight just looks too good. 4 already dead. Sangyoon running for the hills, and SKT, they wish it was 1 minute in the future where they could pick themselves up a Baron. Instead, they're diving under inhibitor turrets to try and get this last remaining player on Hanwha's side.
And I think too good right now. We'll take another quick look at this replay. Lava flashes prematurely because of the location of Clid and Khan. They end up managing to knock up Mata, but it just doesn't matter as Clid and Khan are able to completely destroy this team fight as Faker picks up Stranglers.
Arrow lands onto the champions, but they do manage to siege out this outer turret in the mid lane. That is going to be just some free money going back in as, okay, Bono doesn't find the last breath activation as Faker takes the culling to the face, but Teddy just does way too much DPS, and Bono just whiffs it completely.
Breeze from the heat waves.
Do we want to talk about it after the ensuing fight?
This isn't much of a fight, but you take it over.
All right, that's going to be Khan. Slicing Maelstrom does get himself one of the kills, does most of the health bar of Bono and Lava, and that is going to secure the base broken. To be honest here, they take down 2 of these inhibitors. Lava is going to tank up the Sonic Wave. Khan just looking for it once again. He wants to rip apart the rest of this Hanwha squad. Nexus turret's now under fire. Lava doesn't find any of the knockups there. That is going to be the knockback, but no last breath is going to be employed because Lava just didn't have the health bar for it. He gets back onto the fountain. 1 second until Thal is back up. SKT might need to pay respect to the Vladimir that does have the death cap, as Lava just taking way too much damage. Windwall does come up to save his life. Devour comes in there. Okay, that's a lot of damage as Faker is going to get taken down. Lava is going to survive, but Thal just can't do it. Nexus turret's now going to fall. The piercing arrow is going to come in. Key, not a lot of options here, as the Blitzcrank does land the hook onto Mata. He gets hit by the last breath, but the Nexus is going to get taken down, and SKT find the reverse sweep, and Hanwha put it into the ground in game 3.